want to wrap to y'all real quick. I thank y'all so much for what you do as men, because this is something that we don't have. We don't have this thing called men, because as you know right now, the way society is going, they're trying to push men out of the way, and to the point where we don't even know what a man looks like anymore, because a man is struggling with who he is, whether he's male or female, whether he's father or mother. We're struggling with that. But I'm so glad today that I can stand here with some men that I know that are men who have a heart for God and have a heart for each other. Yeah. That's so important. I want to talk to you guys about something that's really just on my heart. And first of all, let me say this. I want to thank the men's ministry for what the men's ministry has done, what they're going to do in the future. I am getting ready to come back in the forefront. I'm getting ready to take over that thing. I'm getting ready to put together a steering committee for the men, because I'm seeing something now that I've never seen before. And sometimes you have to walk through a valley by yourself in order to see what needs to be done. I'm at this point right now where I'm making a challenge to every man that's a man that's at our church, every man that you know. I'm asking them to come forth and be a warrior, because that's what we've got to become now. We've got to become warriors now. I'm sitting in a school system, and I keep going back to this, because right now the education system is one of the biggest things that I'm dealing with right now, because I'm seeing kids right now that are in school and they're not learning anything. This week I had an amazing conference with a couple of superintendents along with a 12-year-old kid. He has 7 siblings, and his grade average right now is 20, which simply means for the whole semester he did nothing. Now he's in the 8th grade, supposed to be going to the 9th grade, but he won't make it to the 9th grade because when they added up all of his scores with all of his classes, the teachers came in and testified one by one, his score is 20. He comes to school every day. He has perfect attendance, but he's absent because all he does is he sits out in the hallway. He sits out in the hallway, and when he gets ready to cross the thrush line, he backs up and says, I'm not going into the classroom. Today, this week, he wrote on his arm, I know I'm going to hell, so I'm not worried about it. This is a 12-year-old kid. And so I'm sitting there looking at this kid, and I'm watching the adults, because what they're doing right now is, yes, he has done something wrong, but they're building a case against the kid to throw him out of school. Excuse me. What they're doing right now is they were building a case against the kid. The school system has said, we have done all we can do for this kid. We tried, thank you. We tried to do everything, but the kid does not have any motivation. He has a mother that's working. And here's the bad thing, y'all. The kid lives right across the street from the church. And what hurt me was his mother, one of our officers, has entered into an intimate relationship with the mother. So of course that relationship now is not any good now, because he's got six other siblings, and all 7 of them have different daddies. So the mother is not really looking for the help, although she's looking for the help, but she got something on the side. Now my thing is, here's what I'm hurting for those kids. Like I said, that's another issue. That's with the mother. I'm not focusing in on that. What I'm focusing in on is, here's a 12-year-old kid that's messed up in school, and the school system, he's watching each facilitator come in and tell him how bad he is. And so I'm sitting there, and yes, the kid has some problems, but here's what the school system is doing. When there is a problem with a kid, what they're doing is they're putting them in special ed. Special ed, that means that the school system gets extra money because we got a kid in special ed. Sad to say, the majority of the kids that are in special ed look like you and I. We don't see any of the other people that are in special ed. Here's my concern. In the school system, there are very few men that are there. There are very few men that are there, and the teachers have become so depressed with the environment that they're operating in. There's something that maybe some teachers here, there's a rule that they call 504. I'm still trying to figure out what that rule is. But they told me that it's a catch-all rule where if we don't have anything to label a kid with, we put him under 504 so that we don't have to deal with it. When they send them to the alternative school on Memorial Drive, here's what happens. The alternative school is nothing more than a pre-form of prison to get you ready for prison.
Only thing it's doing is just, that's right.
That's it. And see, because if all of us are bad, and I got a problem, and they put me in the environment, there's no change. The only thing I do is get worse. So I can only stay there for a semester. So after my semester, I go back to my school. So what you think I'm gonna do when I get back in my school?
Even worse.
Because see, the situation is not getting any better, it's getting worse. And the school system right now is not working. Now let me bring you through some history. Okay, what they did, they evaluate our kids right now based upon something that happened in 1940 with Hitler, when Hitler wanted to come together and to develop a superior race. Here's what he did. He had researchers to go out and evaluate the minds and hearts of people who were in Germany to determine their level of education. They set a criteria for those kids, for those people over there, because Hitler's main objective was to raise a superior race. Y'all with me? Okay, we sent people from the United States over to look at the evaluation. That's the evaluation that they are evaluating our kids by today. It has not changed. Brown versus Board of Education. Yes, we did get into the school system where integration took place, but the curriculum did not change. That's why when you take a kid and you start looking at the SAT test, it's set up in one particular realm where we're talking about Edgar Allan Poe, David Thoreau. Most of the people don't even know who they are, but that's on one side. But if I ask you on this side, who is Marcus Garvey, who was Martin Luther King, you can tell. But you see what I'm saying? They never did anything to change, so our kids come out lower scores because there is no foundation for them to grow on. The school system, when I talk to teachers, here's what they're saying. I have become so depressed with what I'm doing till I'm just making my time because I have no defense. So our kids are in school right now and they have no defense. They have no way of recovering because the teachers right now, I can't put my hand on you. I can't do anything to you because if I do anything to you, now my job is on the line. And